60% disapprove of how Doge is dealing with workers. 54% think Doge is hurting the country. Senate Democrats today are launching their Social Security war room to continue to get billions in government contracts. Tesla gets billions in subsidies. How do you explain that to the American people?
We've got a special episode of Fox News The Five, including an appearance from Elon Musk himself taking a question from Jessica, so stay tuned for that. In the meantime, leave us a like, helps our channel out a lot. We appreciate it, and completely free, so let's jump into the chaos. Buckle in.
I think it's a good thing for Democrats to be trying to find different ways to connect with voters, to win back their trust. That's what you should be doing in the wake of an election. The Senate Democrats today are launching their Social Security war room, because that's one of the main issues for the American public, that they are trying to cut Social Security, close offices, make it harder for you to be able to make your claims and get your benefits. And that's all to the good.
Real quick, because I do think this is super important, Democrats just need to return to being the unapologetic party of defending the working class rather than this "we're the moderates and Republicans bad" approach. Make the case for how first Musk and Trump are attacking Medicaid, Social Security, the VA, and more, and then stand apologetically in its defense and don't wait until the election year to do so, right? And not just through show, but through action as well. I think Cory Booker is a good example of this. And also, I think you quickly build back support if you do so, and then you also take from the base that feels slighted by Donald Trump and Republicans who are taking the programs they rely on.
The American public really doesn't like what Doge is doing. The new Quinnipiac poll, 60% disapprove of how Doge is dealing with workers. 54% think Doge is hurting the country.
That's a media narrative, though. No, I'm saying the media narrative has driven the polling. If you lie about it.
You don't think that people know if they've been fired? You don't think people know that he's making millions of dollars a day off government contracts and he wants to cut their Medicaid or their Social Security? These are easy.
I love that for MAGA, when polls and these things are in Trump's favor, it's proof that he is supported, has a mandate, and is doing good. When they're not in his favor, it's proof that the media is biased and against him. Like, there's literally no path. There's nothing that could happen that these people could see, witness, go down to accept any bit of culpability. Doge is unpopular because of how chaotic and reckless it's been. That's that simple. And the things it's targeting, how it's been targeting crucial social programs rather than expensive, wasteful contracts, like targeting Medicaid, Medicare, Social Security, rather than Elon Musk's $8 million a day that he is paid. And that real everyday humans, many veterans, are being laid off for little to no reason, all the while Elon Musk is still making $8 million a day. Real people don't just think, yeah, this guy making $8 million a day is so righteous for firing people making $60,000 a year and coming after my grandma's $65 a month because you're $65 a day and not targeting his millions. Nobody thinks like that. And it turns out America actually values the working class, and not just the working class that can underpay your corruption, but even those who administer their Social Security checks and Medicaid insurance, where, again, I repeat, this is why in a state that Trump won, Wisconsin, Democrats were just handed a landslide election. But yeah, keep telling us about how you have a mandate to do all of this, MAGA.
You've been making cuts to a lot of the agencies that have open investigations and regulatory battles with your companies. At the same time, you continue to get billions in government contracts. Tesla gets billions in subsidies. How do you explain that to the American people?
Well, everything that Doge does is an open book. So I think the most transparent the most transparent organization in government ever. Every single Doge action is listed on the Doge.gov website. It's also listed on the X handle. So if anyone has a concern about any one of those actions, they can bring that up, they can raise that. And I do want to say, like, sometimes we make a mistake. Nobody bats 1,000. We will at times.
Yeah, so two things to note here. First, he didn't answer her question. And second, everything the government does that is not classified is publicly available. All the bits of spending, programs, grants, those kinds of things, which is what he's talking about and what I'm meaning here. Doge doing that with what they're cutting is not unique. It's literally mandatory. But notice how he also just skirts the fact that the only agencies he's targeting are those that A, have direct oversight or investigation into its companies, B, have the ability to have oversight or investigation into corporations, or are programs that the wealthy do not rely on or that are not paying him. All while, again, he's raking in billions, millions a day from the government, and he doesn't even bat an eye at any of the programs or agencies or contracts that are funding him, or the subsidies that are, for his business. But I'm sure that his goal is genuinely to just help the middle class and to get rid of corruption and stuff, not to make himself the first trillionaire. I don't know.